40th week of pregnancy is enough to count in weeks now, because there are days to 15 days left for your baby to be born and you have news about him. I want to talk a little about expectation, the demands of, oh my God, I can't wait any longer, I can't take it anymore. We will talk about this now and also find out how your baby is doing. So if you want to know, stay with me and I'll tell you. Hello, I'm Monica Romero. I am very happy to have you here with me, and I know that it is not easy to carry all this weight, all expectation, anxiety, expectations, not only yours but others too, who stand there talking, oh my God, then gives this suffering, and now Hindus take it away with this. Do something, my God. There is patience, ear, and explanation to say that it is not quite like this, is it not? There are few women, it is not the majority, who pass the 40th week of pregnancy. You are one of them. Congratulations. I know it's difficult. I know this congratulations is a little painful. That you wanted it to be before, it's not, but calm down. Everything has its time. Waiting for the baby to want to be born is an excellent indication that he is really ready and that he will help. In his adaptation to this side, he will be more mature to be able to go into your arms. Simple as that. And that's why the recommendation is that even if you want to have a cesarean section, that you wait until your baby wants to be born. When he gives this demonstration, it means that he is totally ready, including his lungs, his circulation, especially suction, right? That's the one. Take it from the first suckling and come on, before we talk about duck, did you break any stretch marks there? Look, right after the stretch mark bursts there on the belly, and wow, it bursts a lot at the end, right? It gets very red, purple, but over time it starts to become more discreet. And then when you are already breastfeeding with a calmer routine with your child, you can talk to a dermatologist to see some ways to soften it, okay? But rest assured that she is now at her worst. We really get upset, but it tends to improve a lot. For me, there was only a stretch mark between the navel there and the groin one day before Larissa was born, only during Larissa's pregnancy, and now she is almost realizing it. I had it at the time, it turned red like that, it bothered me a lot. That's why I'm telling you it may have happened, but this is not the exact moment you have. You will worry about her, and now tell me something else. What is your support network like right after the birth? Especially if it is a cesarean section, you will probably need help. And I say, it's not help to take care of the child, it's help to take care of the house, and you help you get up, take water when you're breastfeeding, make food. It's washing your and the baby's clothes. So we need a lot of support for a newborn mother. Is not for the newborn baby. This baby has a mother to take care of him. We need someone to take care of you. You have a support network. Tell me if you don't have it. If you are a single mother, live far from the family. I know it will be super complicated. I know it will be difficult, but I also know that it will be able to handle. It will not be easy, but it will handle. And at that time, what helps a lot is to have frozen food, to have stocked some foods that are easier to prepare, because otherwise we only go for a cookie, go for what is easier, but not always the healthiest. So if you can leave the things you bought, leave some food. Every time you go to prepare food, prepare it twice so you can freeze a portion. This will help you in this organization. I gave this tip before, but I think it's important to reinforce it, because even if your birth happens tomorrow, if today you cook twice, it's already 1 or 2 meals that are already ready, right? And let's talk. So how are the charges out there? How difficult it is to explain, right? Yes, gestation can reach up to 42 weeks. What will be needed is closer monitoring of your health and your baby's. You have to listen to the baby's heart, see if everything is okay, and remembering that we are scared to death, right? From the baby to poop in the belly, go into suffering. Generally, before he makes this poop in his belly, his oxygenation is already decreasing, because meconium, despite being a poop, does not have bacteria, so it will not contaminate the baby, unlike what many people believe. Okay? So stay calm. If you notice that your baby is not moving in the last 3 hours, look for help. Go to a hospital with obstetric care where you want to have your child. Go there, go with the maternity suitcase, go with everything that they will monitor your baby. If everything is fine, you go home. If you need to induce a birth, you have already started your labor. You are there with everything ready.
Even if you have a car, the baby seat has to be installed. At least leave it there in the trunk ready to install.
Baby's room has to be ready, maternity suitcase, leave everything in the way it is missing, very little, as I said, at most 15 days. And about all this anxiety that we feel, we want this baby right away. There's no point in getting pregnant anymore because I'm already planning my life. After that, everything is organized for the arrival and nothing is born the child of whom she became pregnant a year after me, but mine is not born. This feeling comes naturally, and I know it's hard to deal with. I know it's difficult to deal with external and internal demands because we take it hard on ourselves. No, but don't worry. If the baby's coming, it's coming at a good time. If you are very nervous, you are very worried, you are very anxious, you are disturbing your way of living, of seeing life, maybe you need to look for someone, vent, talk about it, or even look for things that can distract you, such as, for example, a slow walk. But it is go out to walk, listen to a little music, try to distract yourself, talk. I know it's easy to make it a lot harder, especially when your back is already hurting. But it's because as much as we want to have plans and expectations, there are some things that are out of our control, and the onset of labor is often one of them. I want to talk about this big, lazy baby who doesn't seem to want to come out of his belly. Of course, the belly has food that he needs. It has warmth, it has vibrations, or it goes there, it goes here. It has mom's scent, which he has been feeling since 28 weeks. Why? He's going to want to get out of there, isn't he? We have to show him that Kaya's side is better, and he will like it much more, for sure. Your baby is already measuring about 51 centimeters from head to toe, weighing around 3.5 kilograms. Remember that these are only approximate measurements. He's at a slower rate of weight gain or even height gain, but he keeps gaining all that, the little fat being deposited there under the skin to make him even fatter. And a very interesting thing is that he doesn't have much like, if it moves, but it continues to move. And as it is very big, right, almost occupying the entire uterus, any little movement from it can already be felt in our belly. Not when you're on this side, on the inside. We can already feel our belly moving more easily. Like I told you, it's not long moves, but he's stronger me. His bones are also stronger. Look how interesting. But even with strong bones, his Moleira, which is that little hole that we are afraid of here, is essential, right? So that we can achieve a normal birth, and then the head will shrink to help with a normal birth, the Moleira itself. It has two parts, right? The front, and it has a more rear part. This rear closes more or less at 2 months old, which she is tiny. The frontal record, which is about 2 centimeters long, can take up to a year to close, okay? And we can, yes, caress ourselves, we can care, we can sanitize because we have to do it. Avoid trauma or sudden movements, and you see your heart beating there in the middle for your action. It's normal, okay? And if you don't need to be surprised, the molar only requires special attention if it sinks or if it fills. And since your baby is only days away from being in your lap, I want to tell you a few things that can happen that are not signs of panic, but few people talk about them. Because of the hormones your baby is getting, yours are female hormones. It can happen if it is a little girl of hers, have the genital organ enlarged and even have bleeding as if it were a menstruation. But don't worry that this will pass. It's because she received too much hormone from mom. In the case of boys, it can happen that his sac is more swollen, or he also has something called newborn hydrocelik, which is as if it were an accumulation of liquid inside the baby's scrotal sac, and in the first year of life, it disappears normally, okay, naturally. And finally, some girls can have it like it's a little tit, you know, like a teenager starting to develop. What I'm just going to ask you, if this happens, is also because of your hormones, but you can't squeeze in anyway. If you squeeze, something will come out that the ancients called witch's milk. But when you do this, the chance of having an infection is very big, and it will be a newborn baby with an infection. And this infection can get worse because of medications and other complications. So what do we do if that happens? Nothing. We don't squeeze. We shower normally, dress normally, take care of us normally. Just don't squeeze, okay? This is important information that sometimes we are surprised because few people comment, but I am here to help you. Another thing I'm here to tell you is that if your baby moves when I talk, I'm already adopting your puppy as my godson of the heart. I already love this child. I love you for being here with me out there. Let's cry again. I can't stop crying now at the end. And it's not sadness, it's love, it's gratitude. Thank you. You're not saying goodbye to me. I'm not saying goodbye to you. We will see each other in the development of the baby, in the peliche of breastfeeding, childcare, about motherhood, feelings that we have as mothers. There is a lot. There is a playlist that who is a women's bathroom, that I record in my bathroom, that I open my heart as a mother. We will see each other in many videos, so don't say goodbye to me, but come here and tell me how your birth was, if it has already happened, if it is scheduled to happen, what day it happened, how you are feeling. I want to know every day from you. I always keep an eye on the comments. I love doing this, and I love even more all the affection I receive from you. Thank you, because I know I have a very special place in your heart for having participated in all of this with you. And I'm so proud of you, so proud of everything you've learned, everything you've lived, everything you've endured, all the expectations and the amazing mother you already are. Congratulations, my love. My feeding tip is that you continue with light meals every 3 hours, because if you have a birth, you won't be there all stewed. If you're going to have a cesarean section, don't forget that you have to fast. I know the hunger is great, but if we make up for it later. And my tip of the week is for you to try to find things that bring you distraction, because there are so many charges. Are you charging yourself so much? Look for things you like to do, whether it's crochet, whether it's watching a movie, whether it's playing a game on your phone. Allow yourself to do everything you like in these last moments, and being your first, your second, your third child is a newly born mother who will appear here in a little while sharing this experience. A good time, my love, a good time is you with 44, 14, 2 weeks. A good time that your birth is beautiful, that it is 11 incredible experience, that it is just wonderful things. And the most important thing is to have a healthy baby in your lap, healthy mother, so you can care for, love, and give yourself the delight here, motherhood. A huge kiss in your heart, a good hour after you tell me how it went. I'm sure it'll be beautiful.